Greeting, dear listeners. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're able to hear me. Uh, there are people out there that will tell you the night floaters are fiction, that they're an urban legend, that they're an urban myth, and that the accounts you hear on this channel are nothing but campfire stories. So, for that reason, I decided to share the following email I got from a listener who attends my old alma mater, the University of Western Ontario. So here it goes. Warren, do you ever get accused of telling campfire stories? Well, here's a real campfire story for you. I go to Western University, and last April, as soon as exams were over, a bunch of us headed to a friend's cottage in Huron County. That's Huron County. I don't know if you're familiar with Huron County, but it's a real party county. Yes, I'm familiar with it, and I've got the scars to prove it. I get choked up even talking about it, as you can see. Well, it's a real party county, and we let loose after all the studying. It was still pretty cold out, but we made a big bonfire in front of the cabin, and we're smoking and drinking and shooting the shit. And this guy I didn't really know, from outside Toronto, began telling us about these things he called floaters. He said these floaters were people who could separate their heads from their bodies, the heads then being able to fly and attack people. Apparently they were some sort of cult and would strip butt naked and go into a trance to be able to separate their heads from their bodies. He also said they made a moaning sound when they were far away, but were dead quiet when they came in for the attack. Hear that moaning? He announced dramatically. I bet the floaters are nearby. And the strange thing was, I was sure I could hear something in the distance. Of course, it was all bullshit. We had the munchies and were making s'mores and burning. The idea of s'mores is taking my breath away. We had the munchies and were making s'mores and burning. We were supposed to be roasting them, but we were actually burning them. Burning mushrooms over the fire, when this girl suddenly screams. I turn and look over my shoulder, and there's this ugly head floating in midair. Some dude with dirty, tangled hippie hair, staring at me and grinning. Well, all hell broke loose, and everybody jumped to their feet, and in the confusion, this fat guy, Brian, fell on his ass into the fire. I had a flaming marshmallow on the end of my stick, and instinctively I shoved it in the thing's face. It screamed so damn loud, you can hear it screaming now. It screamed so damn loud, you could have heard it out there in Regina. And then it flew, disappeared, whatever, into the night. Well, we ended up at emergency at the hospital in Grand Bend. Thank God COVID wasn't on then. Brian had burnt his butt, but I was seriously trying hard not to laugh. But the hospital staff didn't think it was funny. This frumpy 50-something nurse said, "You kids are out of control. You need to smarten up. Your friend here could have been seriously injured. As it is, he has a nasty burn. And just an hour ago, we dealt with a kid who stuck a flaming marshmallow in his eye. Luckily for him, there isn't any long-term damage. I suppose you all were at the same party." Yes, we were indeed. My friends had to drag me outside. I was laughing so hard, I was hysterical. Oh my goodness, here comes the police. I was laughing so hard, I was hysterical. So yes, the night floaters really do exist. They may visit your campfire, but they are not a campfire story. Keep up the good work, AJ. Well, thanks, AJ. It goes without saying. And as you can hear, folks, I'm getting a lot of background noise. So I'm just going to conclude very quickly with the following reminder. Marshmallows are supposed to go in your mouth, not your eyes, especially when they're on fire. And, it's all fun and games till someone loses an eye. I have no word as to when I can get back into my studio, which is really frustrating, but I think it's going to be later rather than sooner. So let me know if you like these outdoor videos, even with all this extra background noise. Please let me know if you like them in the comments, and I'll continue to make them. I really miss you guys, and I really enjoy interacting with you, even in this particular format. So stay safe, stay subscribed, and if this is your first time to the channel, please consider subscribing. For new subscribers, I can't get into the studio to make new content, but I have 120 videos on my site, so please check out some of my older works, particularly the playlist, The Night Floaters Explained, and because they will give you some insight into the whole night floaters phenomena. And of course, stay hungry, and I'll see you in the next video. And now I'm going to ask the camera crew for our special effects final panorama shot. Stay hungry.